History is filled with stories of lost treasure, but few are as epic as the lost gold of Montezuma. This was no ordinary fortune. It was a hoard of priceless Aztec artifacts, so immense it drove men to madness. For 5 centuries, its fate has remained one of history's greatest mysteries. The legend speaks of rooms filled with golden statues, intricate jewelry, and ceremonial objects, wealth that symbolized the power of the Aztec Empire. But this treasure became a curse, drawing ruthless conquistadors across the ocean. Their greed would topple a civilization, leaving destruction and a vanished fortune. The hunt for Montezuma's treasure has inspired countless expeditions, each adding new layers to the enigma. Some say the gold was sacred, protected by a curse to keep it from foreign hands. Is it still out there, waiting to be found? The search is more than a quest for gold. It's a journey into a clash of worlds that changed history. So, grab your gear. The expedition begins now. In 1519, Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés landed on the coast of Mexico, driven by rumors of a golden empire inland. With only a few hundred men, Cortés faced a vast, unknown continent. He quickly exploited local rivalries, forging alliances with tribes like the Tlaxcalans, enemies of the Aztecs. These alliances swelled his ranks, giving him thousands of indigenous warriors eager for revenge. Together, they marched through jungles and mountains toward the heart of the Aztec Empire, Tenochtitlán. Along the way, tales of a city built on water and overflowing with gold fueled the Spaniards' greed. The Spanish, with their steel armor, horses, and cannons, seemed almost supernatural to the native peoples. This perception would prove crucial when Cortés reached the gates of Tenochtitlán. The Aztecs saw the Spanish not as invaders, but as something far more significant. Their arrival was interpreted as the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy. The stage was set for a meeting that would change the fate of a continent. The Spanish were welcomed, not resisted. When Cortés entered Tenochtitlán, he was greeted by Emperor Montezuma himself. The Aztecs believed Cortés might be Quetzalcoatl, a god prophesied to return from the east in the year 1 read, coincidentally 1519. Montezuma welcomed the Spanish as honored guests, showering them with gifts and hospitality. The conquistadors were given free rein in the city, treated like royalty. For Cortés, it was an unbelievable stroke of luck. But the Spanish were not gods, and their intentions were far from divine. Montezuma hoped to control the Spanish through generosity, but every display of wealth only fueled their greed. The Aztecs had opened their doors to the very men who would destroy their world. The Spanish saw not a culture to respect, but a treasure to seize. Montezuma's hospitality would prove to be a fatal miscalculation. The stage was set for betrayal. The fate of the empire hung in the balance. Tensions simmered as the Spanish, restless and greedy, discovered a secret chamber filled with Montezuma's ancestral treasure. The sight of so much gold pushed them over the edge. Fearing a backlash, Cortés placed Montezuma under house arrest, turning the emperor into a puppet. The city's mood darkened. The Spanish demanded more gold, and resentment grew. The breaking point came during the festival of Toxcatl. With Cortés away, his lieutenant Alvarado panicked and ordered a massacre of unarmed Aztec nobles during a sacred ceremony. The city erupted in fury. Aztec reverence turned to hatred. The Spanish barricaded themselves in the palace as the Aztecs laid siege. The fragile peace was shattered, replaced by chaos and violence. The Spanish, once honored guests, were now desperate prisoners. The city became a battleground. The betrayal was complete. War had come to Tenochtitlan. Surrounded and desperate, the Spanish plotted a nighttime escape. La Noche Triste, the night of sorrows. Before fleeing, they loaded themselves with as much gold as they could carry, ignoring warnings to travel light. The escape turned into a disaster. Aztec warriors ambushed them on the causeways. Chaos erupted. Many Spaniards, weighed down by gold, drowned in the lake as they tried to flee. Hundreds perished, their greed dragging them to watery graves. The treasure vanished beneath the surface, lost to history. Cortés and a handful escaped, but most of the gold and men were gone. As dawn broke, Cortés wept for his lost fortune. The legend of Montezuma's lost gold was born. Though battered, Cortés regrouped, built a fleet, and returned to lay siege to Tenochtitlan. The Aztecs, weakened by smallpox and starvation, fought bravely but were overwhelmed. After months of brutal siege, the city fell. The empire was destroyed. The Spanish scoured the ruins and dredged the lake, but found only a fraction of the lost treasure. Furious, Cortés turned to the last emperor, Cuauhtémoc, convinced the Aztecs had hidden the gold. He tortured Cuauhtémoc and other nobles, but they never revealed the secret. Whether out of loyalty or ignorance, the location of the treasure died with them. The gold had vanished. The Spanish conquest was complete, but the prize they sought most remained elusive. The secret of Montezuma's treasure was buried with the fallen empire. The legend only grew. The search for the lost gold had just begun. The mystery endured. What happened to the gold? Three main theories have emerged. First, the treasure still lies beneath what was once Lake Texcoco, now buried under Mexico City, nearly impossible to recover. Second, the Aztecs recovered the gold after La Noche Triste and hid it far from the city, perhaps in mountain caves, remote pyramids, or sacred cenotes. The men who hid it took the secret to their graves. This theory has inspired searches across Mexico. Third, the most adventurous theory claims the Aztecs carried the treasure north, out of their empire, seeking a new homeland. Some believe it was hidden somewhere in the American Southwest, along the legendary journey to Aztlan. Each theory has its believers and treasure hunters. The mystery has transformed into a quest spanning continents. The gold's fate remains unknown. The legend lives on. The northern theory has inspired countless expeditions, especially in the American Southwest. Tales of Montezuma's cave in Utah and hidden hoards in Arizona's Sierra Estrella Mountains have lured treasure hunters for generations. Despite modern technology and relentless searching, no major Aztec gold has ever been found in these places. In Mexico City, archaeologists occasionally unearth small pieces of Aztec gold, like the golden bar found in 2019, proof of the legend, but only a fraction of the lost hoard. The search continues, driven by the allure of unimaginable wealth and the enduring mystery. Montezuma's lost gold is more than a treasure. It's a symbol of a vanished empire and a people's defiance. The legend endures because the story is so compelling, the prize so vast. Whether buried under a modern city, hidden in a mountain cave, or lost in a canyon, the treasure calls to adventurers everywhere. It remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. The golden enigma waits for its final chapter. Will it ever be found? Only time will tell.